Alright. Like I said, 3.5 days in the pickle. Stirring and checking acidity each day, making sure it hasn't changed from the 1.5 that it's supposed to be at. Now you're going to notice a huge change in the hide itself, the leather. You're going to notice it's going to get whiter, which is really what you're looking for. All the stains from the blood and stuff are going to lighten up. And the hide itself is going to plump up. It's going to become slightly thicker from this acid bath. Now, you just take it, and I draped it over another project I got going on. Eventually it's going to be aquaponics, so it can drip dry a little bit, and I can mix up the neutralizing bath. I mean, you definitely see a change in the hide itself on color from when I put it in. But yeah, I'll drain that 5 gallons and mix up a neutralizing bath while this is drip drying. See y'all in a bit. Alright, we got 5 gallons clean water. And next thing you're going to add, just baking soda. 1 tablespoon per gallon of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give it a quick stir, and you're going to take your deer hide that's drip dried for maybe 20 minutes. Go straight to that neutralizing bath. Try to squish all the air bubbles out of it. Now it'll sit in here for roughly 45 minutes. Just kind of neutralizing, and so the acid bath will quit the pickling process within the fibers of the leather, which you definitely want it to stop. The McKinsey video says 30 minutes when pickling after neutralizing this, or they want you to neutralize it for 30 minutes. I go 45 just to make sure, because I've noticed a difference in the hides if I go that extra 15 minutes. It doesn't affect my tanning solution if I may have missed a spot that was up out of this water and baking soda combo, which gives me time to prep the next part of this, which is the tanning oil. And we'll come back to that in about 45 minutes. Alright, once you get the deer hide out of the baking soda solution, all you're going to do is rinse it off. Hang it on a clothesline. Try to rinse as much as possible off. And you're just going to let it drip dry until it's not dripping wet. You definitely don't want it dripping wet, because it has the tanning oil you're going to put in it. You're going to want it to be able to absorb and finish the tanning process on the deer itself. But all I do is rinse it really well. 2 and 3 times on each side to get all of that baking soda solution off, and let it drip dry. Now, I'm probably going to let it drip dry until I have to leave for work, which is like 2 or 3 hours. I'll roll it up, put it in a bag, and pull it out again in the morning to finish this off. Because I'm running out of daylight for filming wise, and trying to get everything done in one day is hard. Alright, we're to the next day. I'm using hide tanning formulas, Deer Hunters, on this particular hide, since it's basically going to be used as rug or fabric. This stuff I've used for several years, and it works great. You want to make sure this hide is dry. There's no like overly wet spots, so that the tanning solution will absorb in fairly easy. Now, the directions on this say to use hot tap water in a bowl and just set the whole bottle down in it and let it warm up. I did that earlier, and it is ready to use. Definitely make sure you use gloves. One bottle should do a deer hide, or 2 medium-sized hides like coyotes, foxes, bobcats. Just make sure you work it all into the edges and get a good even coat all the way through. There's other methods to tan animal hides. I've seen egg yolks used, brain tanning, which is taking the brain out of the animal and mixing it with water and using the proteins in the brain to tan the hide into leather. I normally go with just store-bought tanning solution. Seems a lot simpler. You can also do a bark tan, which is using oak bark and pulling the tannic acids out of them to, like, soaking them in water. You'll see the water turn red, and then you put your hide in it, and that'll tan it as well. But it'll put a color on the hide also. This will have a tan color, brownish color, once it's finished working in and dried. It's going to be buckskin color. But the fur itself, where the belly fur was, is still going to be white. It's not going to change the color or consistency of the rest of the fur on this deer hide, which is why I'm going with this rather than bark tan or a different method. Now, I've never used egg yolk to tan a hide. Maybe in a later video I will, just to see how it turns out. I've always used stuff I pick up from a taxidermy supply or a trapping supply. Just a good even coat all the way through. You want to fold it flesh side in. That way all the fur is on the outside. Nothing overly special. It doesn't have to be perfect. Roll it from the top to the middle, the bottom to the middle. Take a trash bag, drop it down in. To keep it moist while the tanning solution does its stuff. And you're going to wait 12 to 24 hours for that oil to have time to penetrate in. After that, you tack it out and let it dry, and I'll do a video of how I tack it out to get the most even stretch on the hide itself. Okay, a quick explanation on how to tack out your hide so where you get an even stretch on it is you're going to do one up at the neck, one at the tail, and then across side to side, and then angle to angle. If you put a nail anywhere in the hide, you want to go straightly across from where you put that nail and pull it and get another nail in that other side. It'll give you a real even stretch so that the hair will stay full. It won't be overstretched in certain areas. It'll just stay full all the way across.